Welcome back to the handicapping couch. Let's get into it. It was funny since I realized so many favorites are coming in at Saratoga. I mentioned yesterday it's like 40%, and then super formful day yesterday. Couple of, you always get a couple of weird results, but the pick fours, the pick fives. I'm going to do a pick four today. So the last pick four on the card kind of intrigues me. I think there's a couple really good races here and some verticals to play too. So race number 7, looking at a 50 starter on the grass going 1 mile. So the one Lord Flintshire, it's tough to step up from a maiden 40 into a 50 starter for various reasons. This horse was in a lot cheaper, so not on the ticket. The 2 Mystery Bank, I don't know what to do with this horse. I liked him. He was entered the other day. It was scratched because the race came off of the turf. I mentioned it the other day. I don't know if the horse just hates Safi Joseph or that he hates Gulfstream. It's one of the two, and I'm not sure what it is. These races at Saratoga and Belmont were really good. The good news is he's running at Saratoga today. But that was with Orlando Noda. The Safi Joseph races were really bad, but those were all at Gulfstream. So I think you have to think that he's a factor in here. I'll put him somewhere. I don't necessarily like him on top. This horse interests me a little bit. Irad rode first out, first-time starter for Linda on the grass and won quite comfortably. I mean, he's not completely impossible here as he stretches out. Looks like the kind that wants to run on a bit. Not including the 4. The 5, Mr. Kringle. I wanted to bet this horse. I want to bet him to win so bad I can't even stand myself right now. He's had so many tough trips. He needed room last time out. Lascano's getting along with him well. The problem with Mr. Kringle is he just can't seal the deal. 2nd in stakes here, 3rd in a grade 2. He should tower over this field. The only time he was offered for sale, the reason he's eligible for this class is because he started his career in a maiden 50, and then after that he's been protected, but he just doesn't win. But he's definitely on the top. He's going on top of my ticket. Sid Finch, he's not impossible, but I'm not playing him today. The 7, Land Biscuit, morning line favorite. This is another horse that I will quite enthusiastically play against. I just don't like these patterns. Yes, he's got the figures to be okay. One on an off the turf sloppy track, so I don't know that this was really that strong of a race. He got a great trip in there. And then he needed to be freshened again after that. Maybe they're just getting him ready for Saratoga. I don't know. Maybe the owners love winning in Saratoga. It's a thing. The works look okay. I will always play against these kind of horses, especially because he's going to be a short price. That's the big thing there. The 9, Life on Top, I'm more inclined to use him because this is what Chad Brown does. He doesn't seem like much though, but I mean they've spotted him, they've given him the time. So Chad, the owners, they must think that something's there, because otherwise you wouldn't just keep going on with him. You'd put him back in a claimer. So in race number 7, the 5 and 9, the 2 and the 3 are getting onto my ticket. I'm leaving the 7 out. It might come back to bite me. The 8, Bad Guy, is another one that can pop up once in a while, but he's even worse than the horse I wanted, Mr. Kringle. He's like 3 for 50. So if you're playing trifectas, he's one to include. We'll see if we can get past race number 7 with the favorite not on the ticket. Race number 9, a mile and an 1/8. This one, an Anon 1 for New York breds. The one, Our Man Mike. I hate this post position for this horse. I hate it. Another horse I really wanted to bet today, but he's probably going to finish 2nd. I think a nice box here would be the 1 and the 5, because I think those are the 2 in this race. The 5, Bingo John, he looks legit for Brad Cox. I always look, why is a horse coming off of a freshening, but this is okay. I mean, he's just a 3-year-old. They started him. He got that one race as a 2-year-old. Continued on merrily. They had him on a regular program. I don't mind that they stepped away for a little bit. I mean, he's not looking like a stakes caliber horse. So you run through your conditions. You rack up some money and then you move on. They didn't pay a lot for him anyways. So I like Bingo John. I do think he's legit. I really like Our Man Mike. I love the way he's prepared, how he's coming into this race. This sprint on the turf ultimately setting him up today for what he's probably best at, routing on the dirt. but I just hate the post position. One other horse I might throw in just little spots is the 4 Irish Valor. The second place finish at Finger Lakes last time out was pretty good. This horse on a class standpoint shouldn't have any chance in here, but yeah, maybe I'll leave him out. Maybe I've talked myself out of him. That's what I do when I'm handicapping. I'll say, yeah, I like that, and then I have arguments amongst myself. It's a good way to handicap. The Birdstone, 1.75 miles. I don't know. Do you guys love handicapping these races? I'm not a huge fan of when they start getting close to going 2 miles. The 3 Lone Rock, I suppose that he's, coming off that last. I mean, when you win by 11 lengths going 1.5 miles, the 1.75 miles should be right up your alley. I'll take the 4 and the 6 as well. The 4 Moretti. From a class standpoint, he's, he's coming off of the Birdstone win last year. He's the defending champion, so he has to go on the ticket for sure. And another one I was toying with was the 6 horse, and that is You're to Blame. I thought the last race was, well, obviously it was good. He won by 1 billion lengths. But it just looks like he's coming into this race, in good order. And that was first start with Orlando Noda. So one thing the Nodas do very well is get their horses ready to go far. 1.16 miles wraps it up for our late pick 4, maiden 40s on the turf. That's always a frightening thing. The 9 horse Escape with Friends. This one got on the watch list from his last start. So I've had some good luck with the watch list horses, and we'll watch his start here, the 6 horse Escape with Friends. This is a first lifetime start for him. So here he is. Okay, so that happens, right? I'll show it again here. A horse, first time starter, they'll break a step slow, and as soon as there's a void in the action, other horses will fill it. Like they'll come over and they'll fit into that void. So you see, he just kind of walks out, and then the other horses, that wasn't very nice. It was kind of a rude start there. He definitely ran on well after that. For a first time starter, I'm just gonna chase this along. That'll take forever. Anyways, he did finish up really well. He was moving well at the end of the race. So he's interesting to me. Again, the barn, a lot of second place, a lot of runner-up finishes, just the 1 win from 17. They're probably getting a little frustrated, but we pointed out early on in this series that George Weaver's last couple of seasons at Saratoga, he has had a bit of a tough time finding the winner's circle. And Eric Cancel, another one who right now is just not getting to the winner's circle. So I think, from just the standpoint of not wanting to take the horses who have already danced 16 times, he's appealing that way. The 3 Mondoos possibility, off of this last start, you have to look at him as being a contender. Jose Ortiz back in the saddle. And then I thought the entry was interesting, more so the one Bella Principessa than the 1A who is on the Also Licious. Anyway, so yeah, Bella Principessa, just legitimate. She's okay. She certainly fits here. Just about won on the turf here as the big favorite in the same class. So, and was doing the sprint to route thing, or the route to sprint thing. So back to a distance today. So that's my late pick 4. There were, again, some horses that I really wanted to play today, and then just can't because of how the race might set up, or that kind of thing. So sometimes I like to take those ones and take the 2 or 3 that I'm arguing amongst myself and play that late pick 4, which is what I am going to do today. I would have played the late pick 5, but race number 6 is, I don't know, it didn't really interest me too much to want to include it in my series. It was the 2-year-olds on the turf going 5.5. There's the Wesley Ward horse in here, and probably going to be over bet. That's the 5 horse. This No Time Alone, I'm not all that convinced about her, to tell you the truth. Yes, she finished second last time, but look at these fractions. Yeah, okay, the turf was giving. We'll give them that. But 23.35, 23.44 is what she went. Maybe she should have won here already. Flip My Id, I guess, was legit enough. But after her, I'm not all that interested. So it's late pick 4 for me. I'm just leaving that race out. I don't want it. Best of luck with your Saratoga picks. I had a couple good ones yesterday, so the meet carries on. Enjoy.